And I'm going to be honest, I haven't read anything at all other than the headlines. But you know, I'm gonna do the thing. I'm just gonna, say, you know what? The New York Times, they might be lying, but you know what? I'll take them at their word here. So, uh, you have Donald Trump. Apparently, part of his tax returns are released, and the New York Times is here to tell us. These are 18 revelations from a trove of Trump tax records. And I'm just going to read out these bulletins or whatever. I'm not going to read the whole thing because, like, I don't get paid enough for that. But I'm going to read out some of these things. And one of the funny things was, I wish I had it here, but Trump's tweet in response to this, I'm just going to go get this. Um, Trump just tweeted out, like, fake news. Like, last night I saw this before I went to bed. Trump just tweeted, like, fake news, right? Like, fake news. It's just, and that was him weighing in on the tax scam, was the fake news. Unbelievable. But anyway, so I'm just going to read off some of these bulletins, and I know this is just a fun story. This is one of those stories where if you hate Trump, it's just fun. If you love Trump, then this is, like, really hard to listen to, and you think it's fake news or whatever, right? And it's just like, but you really have to understand here that for normal people, for regular everyday people, they don't like politicians. We don't like these greasy, corrupt gangsters. So, like, we already knew that Trump's tax returns were going to be a bombshell. That's why he didn't want to have them released for so long. And the idea that they got released in September of 2020 and not, like, 5 fucking years ago or whatever, that's a little ridiculous, personally. Right? But whatever, that's fine. Mr. Trump, and I love calling him Mr. Trump, by the way. I think that's been one of my favorite, like, passive aggressive, like, liberal owns, is they'll say, "Oh, Mr. Trump does this, Mr. Trump," instead of saying President Trump. Because I know the only reason I notice this now is because I've seen so many right wingers on Twitter and, like, on 4chan and stuff, and in my YouTube comments, get mad when people don't give him the proper respect and call him Mr. President or something. So I love Mr. Trump. It's just it's really fucking good. So Mr. Trump paid no federal income taxes in 11 of 18 years that the Times examined. In 2017, after he became president, his tax bill was only $750. Like, I have paid more money in taxes than Donald Trump has. Now, again, that's not surprising. This wasn't something it's like, wow, holy frickin' moly. Holy mackerel. Trump was committing tax fraud? What? No way. Didn't see that one coming. Like, no shit. Duh. Of course he was committing tax fraud. What else? What is the other... What, you think he was doing something else? I don't think so. Of course he was committing tax fraud. But again, just having the numbers, right? It's just fun. It's just fun. That's all it is. It's just fun as hell. He has reduced his tax bill with questionable measures, including of a $72.9 million tax refund that is the subject of an audit by the IRS. Many of his signature businesses, including his courses, report losing large amounts of money. Losses that have helped him to lower his taxes. Again, this goes back to that one time in the debate with Hillary. And by the way, tomorrow is the debate with Joe Biden. I'm so excited for that. But the debate with Hillary, where Hillary was talking about how, like, he was cheating taxes and that's why he didn't want to release them. And then Trump was like, "It's because I'm smart. It's because I'm smart." Yes, that's smart. And then you have a bunch of fucking dullards that go like, "Oh, he's cheating the system. He's so badass. And oh my god, I love him. And he's gonna run America like a business. Oh my god." Holy shit. Fucking run America like a business is... That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. I'm going to be honest. Now again, am I necessarily against tax fraud? No, I'm not. But I am against tax fraud when it comes to billionaires stealing from the United States and its people. That's when I'm against tax fraud. If you're someone who's a little poor, right, and you're self-employed, and you fudge your numbers a little bit so that you can feed your kid a little bit so you have to pay less on quarterly tax statements, that's fine. Fuck the government. They don't need your money. But when you're Donald fucking Trump and you're going all out there making all these businesses and like fucking going international trading and all that stuff, and you're running to be the president of the United States, then yeah, sure, I think that actually matters. In the same way that Jeff Bezos and Amazon, who pays $0 in taxes, I find that to be more problematic than someone who makes like $25K a year and is like paying like X amount of taxes, or maybe like tries to get underneath that threshold of not paying any tax. Fuck, who cares? Who gives a shit? Who cares? It only matters when the rich is doing it, because the rich fucking suck. They suck. But again, this is the thing about the Trump tax returns. This isn't moving the needle. It's like, who are the people? I would love to interview the people that are like, oh, well, I was on the fence debating whether or not I will support Donald Trump in the year 2020 in October. I was going to be debating. I'm a swing voter. I'm undecided. And then the New York Times released the tax returns. And I guess I have to vote for Biden. Like, that voter doesn't exist. I'm sorry. If they do, please forward them to me, and I would like to ask them a series of questions. But that voter does not exist, okay? That is a figment of y'all's imagination, in my opinion. And so, for me, this is just fun garbage. As president, he has received more money from foreign sources and U.S. interest groups than previously known. The records do not reveal any previously unreported connections to Russia. I love that. They have to sneak the Russia in. And again, you can read more of this later if you really want to. But again, I just think it's funny. I think it's funny. I think it's really funny. And again, you have these fucking right-wingers that are like, oh, that makes them smart. Because their fundamental like reason for voting for Republicans is maybe they think abortion is like the biggest issue of our lifetime. And then also, it's maybe if I play my cards someday right, if I vote Republicans for 70 years, maybe one day I'll have $1 billion. No, bitch. You ain't having shit. You're going to die of heart disease at the age of 69 because you're an idiot who kept voting for fucking Republicans thinking maybe one day you will be a billionaire, right? Or maybe if I keep voting Republican, maybe my great-great-great-grandkid will have $1 million by the time inflation has made $1 million worthless. Maybe it'll happen to them. Or you can be a socialist or a communist and say, you know what? Instead of having a few billionaires, let's all be millionaires. I don't know, that sounds good to me. We're living in the most fucking scarce-free, richest country in the history of humanity. I think we should all be living like kings, personally, but hey, that's just me. I don't know, maybe I'm a little crazy. Maybe homeless people shouldn't be starving. Maybe children shouldn't be starving. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm cuckoo. I don't know. But either way, Trump didn't pay his taxes because he's smart. He's so smart.
So stupid. Thank you.